Welcome to BrewFix, where coffee meets craftsmanship. Ask most people why espresso needs pressure, and you'll hear the same answer: to extract coffee faster or to make it stronger. But according to espresso science, and what technicians see inside machines every day, that's not the real reason espresso needs pressure. Today, we're breaking down what pressure actually enables, what it does not control, and why misunderstanding pressure leads to endless espresso problems. The common myth about pressure. Pressure is often explained as brute force. More pressure equals more extraction. But extraction doesn't work that way. Water extracts coffee compounds because of contact, solubility, and time, not force. Pressure doesn't decide what compounds dissolve. It only decides whether water can move through the coffee at all under extreme resistance. This distinction is critical and often missed. The real job of pressure: creating flow through fine coffee. Espresso uses an extremely fine grind and a compact puck. Without pressure, water would either barely move or take minutes to pass through. Pressure exists to overcome resistance, not to control flavor. Its primary role is to allow water to percolate through a dense coffee bed within a usable time frame. Flavor comes from what happens during flow, not from pressure itself. Pressure enables emulsification, not strength. One of the key scientific reasons espresso uses pressure is to emulsify coffee oils into the liquid. These oils carry aroma, mouth feel, and body. Without pressure, these lipophilic compounds would not disperse properly into the cup. This is why espresso has a thicker texture than other brews. Not because it's stronger, but because pressure enables emulsification. Why pressure doesn't guarantee good extraction? Pressure doesn't make extraction even. In fact, it does the opposite when conditions are unstable. Pressure amplifies differences in resistance inside the puck. If grind distribution or puck density is uneven, pressure accelerates water through weak zones and bypasses others. This is why pressure is often blamed when espresso tastes bad, even though it's exposing upstream problems. Why lower pressure can still make great espresso? Because pressure's role is to enable flow and emulsification, not brute force extraction. Espresso doesn't require extreme pressure to taste good. When flow is stable and resistance is balanced, excellent espresso can be produced at lower pressures. The science supports this. Once emulsification and flow are achieved, control matters more than force. Pressure as a diagnostic signal. From a technician's point of view, pressure is not a flavor tool. It's a diagnostic tool. Abnormal pressure behavior tells us about blockages, scale, grinder output, or puck instability. When pressure behaves predictably, it means the system is healthy. When it spikes, drops, or fluctuates, something upstream or downstream is wrong. Why pressure marketing confuses espresso drinkers. High pressure numbers look impressive, so machines are marketed around them. But during real extraction, machines operate within a narrow effective pressure range. Beyond that, pressure adds no benefit. Marketing pressure distracts users from the variables that actually control quality: grind distribution, flow stability, temperature, and water chemistry. What actually makes pressure work? Pressure only works when the rest of the system is stable. Good grinding, balanced puck structure, consistent water chemistry, and temperature stability allow pressure to quietly do its job. When those conditions aren't met, pressure becomes loud, dramatic, and problematic, not helpful. Espresso doesn't need pressure because it's aggressive. It needs pressure because of physics. Once you understand what pressure truly enables, espresso stops feeling mysterious and starts feeling logical. At BrewFix, we teach espresso from a systems and diagnostic perspective, so you stop chasing myths and start fixing real problems. BrewFix, keeping your coffee machines running and your mornings caffeinated.